Greetings. A message for the graduating class of 2018. According to my research, you college graduates are the very tail end of the millennial generation. You high school graduates, the beginning of what's being called the post-millennial generation. Don't worry, the media will come up with a more catchy phrase for your age group, unless you're like mine, the forgotten small population segment known as Gen X. Yeah, we followed the self-absorbed and overbearing baby boomers who were reared by the self-proclaimed greatest generation. No time for us, Gen X. Like a prototype car that never made the showroom floor. Gen X. Now you're saying, is this commencement speaker got a point or is he having a senior moment? I do have a point. 3 of them, in fact, that I'd like to now share with you. You see, commencement is all about preparing you for the next step. Here then are my 3 considerations for you as you prepare for your next step. The first, disagreement. Somehow in the last few years, through political correctness and the proliferation of stupidity via social media, we decided that anyone who disagrees with us is a hater. Nobody used that term until a few years ago. Worse yet, or anyone that holds an opinion or a view that's disparate from ours is a shamer. I don't hate or shame. You don't hate or shame. You just happen to disagree. And disagreement can be a good thing. As my wife once said to me, Damian, if neither of us ever thinks differently, one of us doesn't need to be here. Call it constructive conflict and get over this hating and shaming thing. Secondly, brings me to safe spaces. This is something that's only come about in the last couple of years, and sadly, your 2 generations are the 2 that have demanded safe spaces. Now, we want you to be safe from actual harm, but safe spaces from your feelings being hurt, safe spaces where no one can have an opinion or a thought that's different than yours? Come on now, you're an adult. Granted, we've moved the goalposts of adulthood in America. 1/3 of millennials still live at home with their parents, but I believe that you are capable of greater things. And that means you can hear things that you may not agree with. Viewpoints, opinions, thoughts, and ideas that are different than what you now currently hold. Sadly, last year, half of your generations proclaimed in a poll that you would support stricter laws on speech. That's right, you want to restrict free speech. You want to protect feelings. While this might sound like a utopian ideal, I would ask you this before you support such laws limiting speech. Who's going to be the dictator, the arbiter of what exactly is said? What ideas and what words are deemed to be safe? Thirdly, confidence. It's fantastic to have confidence in your ability and what you've done and what you know. The problem arises when you've not done much or accomplished much, yet you hold the confidence of someone that has. I want you to be confident, but I want it to be earned confidence, not confidence through praise. You're saying, what do you mean, Damian? I have a shelf full of trophies. I got good grades. I know your parents think you're special, but we've been handing out trophies for 20 years like participation ribbons, and everybody gets good grades now. That doesn't mean much. Get a job, get experience, learn to do things, add value to yourself, and your confidence will be earned. Because understand this, there are 2 kinds of confidence. Confidence through praise and confidence through accomplishments. Know the difference and build your accomplishments. The confidence you have will be amazing. You might disagree with anything I've said today, and that's okay, because disagreement is completely acceptable. I think your generation is fantastic. I think you're going to all be wonderful, you're going to be successful, and you're going to live happily ever after. I like your generation. I just wish we could figure out to call you. Happy graduation.